Starting off with esports news, Noble Esports, an organization that has teams in Fortnite, Apex Legends, and other esport titles, has not been paying their employees. Noble's partnership manager, Dan Desbach Goodman, tweeted that he was no longer with the company, stating, "With all due respect, you are warned, advised, and simply were uncomfortable to work with," aimed at Noble's owner, Kyle McDougall. He also stated Kyle got Noble's money wrapped up in NFTs, which is the reason for not having the funds to pay employees, along with other people owed, like legendary rapper T-Pain. Um, Shortly after Goodman's tweet appeared on Noble Esports account stating the people posting were the social media team and they refused to work until being paid, which led to the Twitter account being deactivated.
That is horrible. I mean, if you're gonna have contracts with people, you gotta pay them. Money makes the world go round.
Then, February 8th, Noble Esports owner Kyle McDougall reactivated the Twitter account, putting out a statement saying a confusing excuse, stating they used PayPal to pay their people prior, sketchy, but then they switched to paying people directly, which froze up the account. They got a new account and issues were still arising where he claims they'd pay a whole team, but only one would go through. He said he's doing his best to make sure everyone gets paid as they work off Excel spreadsheets, and people could have gotten lost in translation. He also stated he had no idea people weren't getting paid as he didn't do payroll. Ending his statement, he begged people to believe and forgive him. Not sure about this one. Sounds like a lot of hoopla, but hey, who's to say where the truth really lies? If everyone gets paid, that is really all that matters in the end.
True. Very, very true.
Moving on to Team Liquid, they have a few changes. Team Liquid tweeted on February 17th, stating 17 is stepping down as the coach of PUBG, but he will continue to be associated with the organization. Also, with Team Liquid, LCS official rules state that no team may field a roster consisting of 3 or more imports. With Team Liquid already consisting of Bwipo and Hansama, sorry if I pronounce them wrong, they were maxed out. Well, World League support Core JJ is officially eligible to start on Team Liquid LCS roster for week 3 as he finally received his green card, and I am stoked to see what kind of powerhouse this combo will bring to an already immaculate team.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Core JJ is a big pickup. So
Yeah.
the fact that he's able to play now, that's good news for Team Liquid.
Speaking of LCS, they have a new commissioner. Jack Felling, prior CDL director of production, has announced she is the new LCS commissioner as the head of the North American League of Legends Esports for Riot Games. Jack wants to be sure to include all feedback, making LCS everything fans could ever want, encouraging people to share feedback, passion, and voice. I love some LCS. Can't wait to see what changes she can bring.
Very true. Same.
Next, we have unsolicited judgment at its finest. I'm sure many have heard that ex-pro Tekken player Tanu Kana, not 100% on that one, was immediately dropped from her team, Cyclops Athlete Gaming, after stating short kings don't deserve human rights. After the story broke news, other things started appearing of things she has said prior, like people with A-cup bra sizes don't deserve human rights, and even a full-blown hatred for low-income earners. I am very glad she is not part of the pro world anymore. That is so much hate in her heart, and for what? That much hate is so exhausting. I hope this really opens her eyes to hopefully be a better human being.
I certainly hope so. That is terrible. Why
Yeah.
you would say anybody doesn't deserve human rights is absolutely disgusting. So
Yeah,
glad to see
disgusting.
that Cyclops took some action there and
Immediately.
swift.
Right.
So yeah, glad to see
On
that.
a more positive note, Overwatch, how we missed thee. Overwatch League 2022 season will kick off on May 5th, along with the official date. Structure details were also released stating it will include a mid-season global tournament with a massive prize pool, as well as a revamp to the postseason Shaping League point system. The players will also be competing in a new Overwatch 2 mode, Push, to replace the Assault game mode. Very exciting to finally watch Overwatch this season, especially to see how these new changes play in.
I'm excited to see him on a new game. It's very, very interesting.
Once everything starts coming out and they start playing, best believe Cerberus will be on the coverage. So look out for that.
I will.
Counter-Strike news next. CSGO has a large amount of women playing on a professional level, but they aren't allowed on CSGO Pro teams. The number has drastically dropped since Valorant came out with VCT Game Changers, allowing marginalized genders in 2021. While CSGO just announced ESL Impact, the $500,000 CSGO circuit for women only. It will feature 24 teams spread equally across Europe, North America, and South America, 2 league seasons with LAN finals, 1 standalone event, along with online cash cups through 2022. ESL Impact will kick off March 8th and will be broadcast every Thursday and Friday during a 6-week period. Global finals are said to be held in Dallas, Texas. I believe June 3rd to June 5th. We're going to have to double check with those dates as time comes. But with Counter-Strike series having over 20 years of competitive history, I am stoked to see women finally having their name on the esport as well. Hashtag GG for all.
Yes. I am so glad to hear this story come out. For too long, it's been a male-dominated industry, and definitely, you know me, I'm equal rights for all, just like you are. So, I mean, it's good to see that CS:GO is finally recognizing that and getting some showcasing for uh, marginalized genders throughout the game. So, I'm excited to see this.
Heck yes. Next up, this cracks me up. Fortnite pro Loopboy Void tweeted, "If you have supportive parents, don't take it for granted. So ish having a demotivating and unsupportive dad," in which his mom replied, "Calling your parents not supportive is not acceptable because they say you can't stay up until 3 a.m. on a school night. That's called being a parent." in which Void blocked his mom, and his mom said, "Now I'm blocked. This is hilarious. Grow up, my boy." Like, if your
What?
if your parents aren't supportive or something along those lines, you're on a professional level. Don't put your business out there like that. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
they're
Don't
supportive. I
take
don't
to
know your
Twitter.
situation, but like, come on,
Don't
man.
take it to Twitter. Deal with that stuff face to face. If you got issues with somebody, don't take it to online.
Or your friends or
Take it to
therapist.
them.
Yeah.
Or your friends or therapist. Yeah.
Oh man, we all know Call of Duty developers are incredibly out of touch with the Pro League CDL, but this is just sad. You'd think, they don't know the players, but at least they know the 12 team names since every year they make millions on in-game purchases for the teams. Nope.
You think?
The top fan favorite team, Optic Texas, is named as Texas Optics in the newest CDL bundle. By the time this video is up, hopefully they'll have it fixed, but come on. Optic Hex even tweeted, "I don't know what's more offensive, the way they titled our camo Texas Optics, or the way they designed our camo." Come on, man. I don't know. Here's to hoping Activision starts to at least act like they care or know anything about CDL.
God, I so want them to just actually pay attention to what happens in their community. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, they are making some changes, but
Mm-hmm.
come on. I mean, that's just unacceptable. Texas Optics, they make it sound like they're an eyeglass manufacturer. Come on, man.
It's pretty funny.
Like, get it together, Activision. Just get it. Come on, please, for the love of God, please.
Oh man, we'll see. We will see. Hopefully this will be a one and done, never again. Learned your lesson sort of thing.
Hopefully.
Lastly, we are going to end the esports news with something called rapid fire. So I'm going to go through and just name a bunch of stuff here. So tournament organizer Blast will be running this year's Fortnite Championship Series after running successful All-Star Showdown and Grand Royal events in 2021. After Iceland holding a successful Valorant Masters last year, they will be held in Iceland again this year to ensure more players can make it due to the pandemic. CDL legend Formal, who retired last year, is officially back into the competing scene, playing on Optic's Halo squad, benching other legend I Got Your Pistola. LCS Cloud9 released their head coach, Nick LSD Cesare. I'm not 100% sure on that, due to C9 and LS not seeing eye to eye, promoting former assistant coach Max Waldo, informing LS only hours prior to the match on Saturday. South Korea is hosting this year's mid-season invitationals, or MSI, for League of Legends. And lastly, Australis has signed AWPER Farling to their CSGO roster, benching Lucky. Cerberus, thoughts before we close out the esports news?
Biggest thing, I am surprised to see Formal taking Pistola's spot on Optic. I mean, I really wasn't expecting Optic to make a change considering they just came second, but with Renegade or I'm sorry, Cloud9 being so dominant in the scene, it's unsurprising that they're wanting to bring in a little extra firepower. Pistola has been struggling, but still surprised to see it. Also, Cloud9 and LCS. That came as a shock to most people outside the organization. Now, I have seen some stuff that people saw it was coming, but kind of a surprise. And also super excited to see South Korea get to host MSI for League of Legends this year. So pretty excited.
So closing out esports news.
Hammy, let's move on. What you got in the gaming news?
A whole lot. I'll tell you what. I mean to breathe in the mic that hard too. My gosh, goodness gracious. To start
Great
off
balls of fire.
There it is. To start off the gaming section, we have a long one, so follow along with many stories in between. As I'm sure everyone has heard, Microsoft has acquired Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. Microsoft has reiterated many times that Call of Duty will still be available on PlayStation. Anyway, the deal is discussed to be done about July 2023 at the latest. This news was about 2 months after Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer calling the discrimination scandal at Activision Blizzard horrific. For anyone who doesn't know, there are many accusations of all sorts of sexual harassment and discrimination from employees against Activision Blizzard, which are all just disgusting.
That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you. With all of the information of harassment and discrimination known, it is not surprising that the employees wanted to unionize, to be treated fairly and safely. But Activision executive Chris Ahrens sent a clear message to the employees in which they weren't allowed to reply to, stating pretty much the union process takes too long and it will hinder the company's ability to provide epic entertainment experiences for fans. In other words, completely against it and a whole lot of hoopla. Activision Blizzard is the parent company of Raven Software, who first started the unionizing process, getting 34 quality assurance testers together. Since then, Activision Blizzard has taken every anti-union tactic they can in place, including completely separating the 34 quality assurance testers into different parts of the company, like marketing and IT, that they have no idea what they're doing or who they answer to for management, in an attempt to separate and confuse the 34. According to the latest court filings between Activision Blizzard and California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the trial for the whole lawsuit is set to begin February 27th of 2023, shortly before Microsoft is set to take over.
Hopefully Microsoft brings some change. I'm really hoping.
And then to top it all off, with Activision Blizzard just giving this wonderful name for themselves. It has come out that the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick, has two separate companies that he used to funnel money to the 2020 Republican campaign efforts. Company names Norgate LLC and 807080A LLC together have donated over $500,000 combined, according to the Federal Election Commission filing reviewed by CNBC. A spokesman for Kotick claims that he has given to both parties over the past 5 years roughly the same amount, but records state otherwise. Overall, either way, just a sleazy guy running a sleazy company. Hopefully, once Microsoft officially acquires Activision, all of this can be fixed and the employees can work in a fair, non-hostile environment where they can focus on just making badass games.
Amen to that.
Right. And then other leading company, shorter story, Sony acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion, stating Bungie, mainly known for the Destiny franchise, will remain a multi-platform studio with the option to self-publish. Bungie was bought by Microsoft back in 2000, claiming Halo as an exclusive title, but then Bungie regained their independence in 2007 after Halo 3 launched. Bungie produced two more exclusive Halo games before signing a 10-year deal with Activision, which led to the creation of Destiny franchise. It's expressed that over 1/3 of the money spent by Sony will be used as incentive for employees. I'm excited to see what will be produced from this powerful team, and seems to be more of a correct way to do things.
I like that. I like that 1/3 of the money is going to employees. So that's great news.
Right. Absolutely. In Fortnite news, John Cena, the star of HBO's show and WWE, but the HBO show named Peacemaker put on Instagram a photo teasing that the main character Peacemaker will be a skin available in Fortnite, assuming to promote the new show. The character Peacemaker is described as a hypersexualized dude who is open to anything sexual. Following that, announcing the character is actually bisexual, which was John Cena's idea, and it's pretty cool to bring a bit more of LGBTQ plus to the DCEU.
I love this. I love anything inclusive like this. So this is actually really cool. I'm excited to see people like John Cena bring these ideas and really make society more inclusive. That's what it's all about.
Right, absolutely. Thumbs down to this one. A hacking group that manufactures and sells hacking gaming hardware, allowing
Boo.
users to access and play pirated versions of copyrighted games, known as Team Executor, had a case filed against them by the United States of America in August of 2020. Gary Bowser, the only member that has been apprehended, was arrested in the Dominican Republic in October of 2020, where he was extradited to the US and remained in federal custody for a total of 16 months. Pleading guilty in November 2021, he was sentenced to 40 months, already serving 16. He now has 24 months left in prison, with Bowser still owing the United States 4.5 million and Nintendo of America 10 million. He agreed to pay a restitution of around $4.5 million to Nintendo, since he knowing and willfully took part in the piracy since June of 2013. The two others involved, Lauren and Chen, will have to see if the scheme catches up to them as well. Stealing is bad. No, don't do it. You know?
Stealing is bad. Stealing is very bad.
The Steam Deck is Valve's upcoming entry into the handheld gaming world. This device has about an 8-hour battery life, runs Linux, and has Bluetooth, so you can use a controller or earbuds if you'd like. Releasing February 25th at 3 different price points, all just with different storage sizes. It's $399 for 64 gigabytes, $529 for 256 gigabytes, and $649 for 512 gigabytes. Early reviews state the Steam Deck can load many titles from a micro SD card at the same or similar speeds as the internal SSD, meaning if these specs stay the same up to launch, then consumers can buy the cheapest one with the least amount of storage space and just use a micro SD card with little to no loading time differences. If you plan on buying one, I hope this helps you.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Commonwealth Games, an organization headquartered in the UK but working across 72 member nations and territories, is a unique world-class multi-sport event which is held every 4 years and is referred to as Friendly Games. They have announced that esports will be included from Thursday, July 28th until Monday, August 8th. This is huge news for the future of esports and the progression so far. Where will we be allowed to compete in next? Next, we have if you still game on your Nintendo 3DS or Wii U, I have some bad news. Nintendo has officially announced that they will be shutting down the shops in March of 2023, meaning no more buying digital games or downloading demos. Nintendo states people will still be able to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and enjoy online play on the family systems. Obviously, fans aren't taking this too well. I guess there's a time to move on from everything, huh?
I mean, yeah, they're trying to push their new platforms. So unsurprising that they're shutting down old stuff.
With League of Legends thriving to produce 6 new champions a year, one for each role. The second new champion of the year is now live. The newest support, Renata Glask, has a powerful root and throw, a loyalty program ability that shoots Chemtech rockets that both shields allies and damages enemies, a bailout ability which buffs either herself or an ally with ramping attack and movement speed that will also resurrect whoever it is used on if they're killed while buffed. Her ultimate ability, which is so unique, she sends out a cloud of chemicals that increases the enemy's attack speed and causes them to auto attack nearby enemies. So they attack their own allies, which is the first champion who forces the enemy to friendly fire. Let me know if you like how the champion plays because it sounds sick. News for 2 ranked playlists, Halo Infinite playlist had a reset. Adjustments were made to help players find their true rank. Also, Call of Duty finally brought back ranked play, adding it to Vanguard. Not much on these stories, not much to say about it. It is what it is, but great info to know. If you love the extra competition, it is there.
Hallelujah.
Rainbow Six Siege update. We're in year 7 of Rainbow Six Siege with the new season releasing February 21st. Siege developers announced Goyo, Valkyrie, Zero, Bandit, Dakabi, and Thatcher. So sorry if I pronounced any of those wrong. I'm sure I did. We'll have a huge rework with the final changes done throughout this year. Also, a Rainbow Six Siege tournament was planned to happen in the UAE, a country with extremely strict anti-LGBTQ+ laws, making people wonder if the LGBTQ+ operators will be banned. And the creator and the casters and players who are LGBTQ+ are scared for their life to go, which rightfully so. With over 13,500 signatures in petition to change the location after just 2 days. Yeah, they Ubisoft heard them loud and clear, changing the location to a not yet known country. I am so happy they cared enough to actually listen, which does not happen much in the gaming community.
No, not typically. So glad to hear that they changed it.
Yeah. Now we're on rapid fire gaming news. The huge letdown Cyberpunk 2077 has another con and a new update where a bug makes PS4 copies unplayable, and now there is no way to fix this error. Warzone and Vanguard leakers claim King Kong event is on the way. Riot announced a new logo. Lastly, Sony shares first look at the PlayStation VR 2 with a sleek look, new adjustment dial, a vent so you don't fog up the lens, 4K HDR, one cord, and finger tracking technology. All right, Cerberus, last thoughts on gaming news?
Cyberpunk 2077, unsurprising, there's something else wrong with it.
That brings us to the end of gaming news. Moving on to streamer news. All right, So it is streamer news time. This isn't quite streamer news, but it has to do with streaming. There is a new browser extension for Twitch called Twitch Previews. Thanks to this Twitch extension, you can watch all your favorite streamers, no matter the platform they stream on your Twitch sidebar as if they're streaming on Twitch alone. No more flipping through platforms to watch your favorite streamers. Very cool.
Hallelujah. All your great favorite streamers all in one place. Nice.
Yes. Noise. Sweet noise.
Sweet.
Twitch streamer Justa Minx broke down in a recent YouTube video stating that she was banned again for using a derogatory slur, another name for a saltine, during a broadcast. Twitch told her she's one ban away from being permanently banned. She claims she will be stepping away from crossing the line, marking a major change for her comedic style. Well, after her 7-day ban, she returned on February 15th by mocking Twitch, faking her arrest with a fake cop and cop car, with the cop stating the reason for her being arrested is violating Twitch guidelines. Then she was put in a cage as part of her probation. She then started crying, saying, "I'm sorry, Twitch, I'm sorry." The whole skit was well received by fans. Magnificent. Um, Hopefully, she can keep out of trouble and keep just creating amazing content.
I love that. Way to make the best out of a bad situation.
Right. Yeah. She's so creative. This one is a bit off-putting. Ray Dempto, an American Twitch streamer who has lived in Amsterdam since 2009 to learn some more about Dutch culture, was streaming in the streets of Amsterdam on February 13th around 12:25 a.m. Everyone started asking him if he felt safe, which then he stated he feels totally fine as there are police stations everywhere. Right after stating that, he was approached by an intoxicated man who was, for some reason, angry. Redempto was streaming and started choking the streamer until he was completely unconscious. The man who assaulted him was stating how he doesn't care that he's live on Twitch and will unalive him. The streamer, Redempto, after falling to the ground, got away and fled to a police station where he handed over all the evidence to find this criminal. Just really goes to show, man, be careful out there. Cerberus, you've been to Amsterdam. How were the streets at night?
I was never scared of something like that happening. Amsterdam honestly was one of the most welcoming cities in the world I've ever been to. I've been to about 8 different countries across the globe, and Amsterdam was by far one of the most welcoming cities I've been to.
I mean,
So
you
it's
got
just
crappy
shocking.
people no matter where you go, so it was uncommon.
Very true.
Then next up, something that isn't discussed a lot but is pretty serious. The alternate reality of gaming can really become an addiction, and it's important to balance out IRL and gaming. 100 Thieves content creator Leslie Folsey Fu has stated she's taking a step back from GTA role playing with on No Pixel after admitting her addiction is too strong. Fellow 100 Thieves creator Valkyrie tweeted back at Folsey's announcement on Twitter, stating, "Bruh, WTF, your addiction enables mine, please don't leave." In which Folsey responded laughing, "Same here, same here, I need to touch grass, fam. Hold it down for me while I'm gone." Although Valkyrie has admitted the addiction is a problem for her, she doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Gaming addiction is real, and if you feel it's taking over your life, maybe take a step back like Folsey did. All big gamers like myself and Cerberus have been there.
Oh yeah, it's always important to
Touch grass, fam.
all things. Yes, touch grass, fam. But all good things are good in moderation.
Lastly, we have a rapid fire to close out streamer news for the week. Dr. Disrespect, the doc, revealed an unreleased song of his during his stream, which got overwhelming love, obviously. Pretty chill vibes. I like it. Picasso. Small Twitch streamer, it's GNG, who was doing the popular subathons, woke up with an 85 hours added to his stream, which love seeing the small creator succeed and get a cut of the gaming love. Love to see it. Friendly rivalry between Nick Merckx and Dr. Disrespect has continued when Nick Merckx claims, despite the doc's height advantage, he could take the skinny streamer, no doubt. Those are the fights we need. Less Jake Paul, more Doc and Nick. Eugene Acuni is banned from Twitch for we're assuming too many slip-ups showing more than what is allowed. Mr. Beast just had his 10-year anniversary on YouTube. He is bigger than ever, which I love to hear because I love Mr. Beast. Thoughts on closing out the streaming section? Bonsoir, Sabras.
Uh, really would love to see a Nick Merckx versus Dr. Disrespect fight. Definitely want that to happen. And the Doc's walkout music has to be his brand new song. 100%.
Chill. It's chill.
And 10 years on YouTube. Congratulations to Mr. Beast.
Au revoir, streaming news.
Hammy, what have we got coming up next? What games are coming out?
Yeah, so next, our last section here before we get to our videos, we have upcoming games. So for all of the Rockstar fans, a highly anticipated and long-awaited announcement has finally been made. Rockstar finally confirms that Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development and has been since 2020. All of the leaked info we have thus far, which isn't much, is the release date is speculated to be anywhere from 2023 to 2025. Back in 2020, Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two, revealed that in 2024, they'll be expecting a huge increase of about 90 million in advertising. Speculated that this is for GTA 6. It's also rumored to more than likely only be on PC and newer gen consoles, and hopefully be cross-play as well. Lastly, with a few map leaks throughout the years, popular GTA YouTuber Mr. Boss FTW made the link between a job listing and possible new map set in Florida, guessing this could possibly be Vice City. The release is far away, but there is a game in sight. We will do our best to provide updates as we learn them throughout the years to come.
Yes! That's all I want to say. Just yes! More
Absolutely.
GTA. Love GTA. All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
absolutely. All right, next up, remember the Wii. You may not have had many games, but you had Wii Sports, and you rocked the hell out of every game by yourself, challenged family, challenged friends. Now, if you have a Nintendo Switch Sports is on the way. It's said to be released April 29th of 2022 with 6 base games and multiplayer for local and online play, with DLC added down the line to get active. For example, in soccer, you can strap the Joy-Con to your leg and kick. This will not work with Nintendo Switch Lite. With Switch sales not slowing down, generating over 60 billion in revenue, I'm sure there is much more to come. I better get a Switch soon. I want to play some Pokemon and relive those Wii Sports memories of simpler times, man. To top off all the news that we gathered from this week, here is a kind of long rapid fire of upcoming game news. The new Sims 4 expansion, Wedding Stories, all about getting hitched, is launching in Russia after all, unaltered and unchanged, as it wasn't supposed to release in Russia due to the strict LGBTQ plus laws. I am so happy to hear this. Also, the first OG person shooter game that changed first-person shooters forever, GoldenEye 007, has been rumored to be coming out remastered to the newest Xbox gen, speculated soon. The new WWE 2K22 is set to release March 11th of 2022, hoping to make up for the fall of WWE 2K20. Sega announced a sequel to its 1990 RPG cult hit, Soul Hackers, called Soul Hackers 2. Pokemon trading card game is currently in limited beta, available in Canada. Avatar The Last Airbender MMORPG is in development. Sony has constructed a giant Aloy statue in Italy to celebrate Horizon Forbidden West launch. Lastly, Activision announced the new Call of Duty will be Modern Warfare 2, and there will also be a Warzone 2, all on a brand new engine to be released later this year. And they also announced they will be finally skipping a year's release of Call of Duty in 2023 to hopefully get it right. Last thoughts on upcoming games, Cerberus.
This is the first time in 20 years, I think, that Activision has delayed a Call of Duty launch. Thank God. I think they are finally starting to get the studios working. So super excited about that. Absolutely love Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm excited about the new game, Forbidden West. And they built a giant Aloy statue, which is pretty dope. So glad to hear about the release of the Wedding Stories expansion to Sims 4 coming out in Russia. So glad that that's not being stopped because of some primitive lawmaking, because that's just ridiculous that those laws are a thing. And absolutely loved GoldenEye 007. Spent hours on it as a kid over at my buddy's house. So pretty excited to see it go from Nintendo 64 to newest Xbox consoles, because those graphics back then were pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
They were groundbreaking for the time, but
Right.
comparatively now they were horrendous.
Rough.
So excited to see that. So yeah.